and welcome everyone. I'm Monica Wicki.
Yeah, and I'm Logan Rader, and this is New Mexico Living. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah.
I had the best weekend I've had in the last 7 weekends.
Because you were here in this zip code.
Because I did absolutely nothing. I rotted on the couch.
To be fair, though, you really didn't. You did a lot around the house. You deep cleaned the house. You organized the garage. You did do stuff that you needed to do that you were unable to do because the last like 6 or 7 weekends you were out gallivanting around the country.
Overdid it.
So there is honestly, like, I love a vacation. I like a trip. I like going to see family or, you know, making memories, doing whatever. But there is just something about being able to wake up on a Saturday morning in your own bed knowing that there's no obligations on your plate, right?
That was me.
Yeah, like you can make the day whatever you want. You can make it really busy and do a bunch of things, or you literally can sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing. That is one of the best feelings ever.
Like I've been saying, we traveled the last 7 weekends in a row. We went camping twice. We went to Orlando. We went to Breckenridge. We went to Asheville. We were all over the place. We're the 15-month-old baby doing all that as well.
There's just something about living out of a suitcase that just is not fun,
and
right?
I don't remember if I told you about this, but like when I go on vacation, I always feel terrible. Because I'm drinking way too much. I'm not sleeping in my own bed. I'm doing literally no physical exercise.
Eating like crap.
Eating terribly. And so I always feel out of sorts when I go on vacation. I really want to try to hone in on working out, diet on vacation, maybe make myself feel a little better. I always feel terrible. I'm looking forward to get home after 4 days of vacation. I'm like, I can't have any more beer. I can't have any more greasy food.
It's good to like indulge though when you're on vacation, right? Because we don't go on vacation all the time, right? So like when you do, it's nice to, you know, let yourself not worry so much about the diet and the exercise routines. It's like, oh, we're here, we're with family and friends and whatever. But when you come back and you have that reset and you get back into that routine and things just feel a little bit more normal, that's always nice too.
It was so nice to sleep in my bed.
So when you go out of town for like a prolonged period, like say you and Taylor, like when you and Taylor went to Cancun for your honeymoon and you were there for a week. Yeah. When you got to the hotel, did you utilize the closet and the drawers or did you just leave everything in your suitcase?
I'm everything in the suitcase. Taylor is the closet.
I'm the closet and the drawers, and Ryan makes fun of me for this. So
I
like,
ain't got time for that.
Yes, I'm like organizing everything. I want to see like all my swimsuits and hang up my little dresses and put my shoes out.
I just fold up my shorts and t-shirts and throw them in the bag and say, let's go.
Maybe that's like a guy versus girl thing, because Taylor and I are the same and you and Ryan are the same then, because he does not. He's like, I don't know.
Sometimes I'll start balling shirts. It fits better if it's in a ball and not a square.
Ryan and I, we went to Kansas a few weeks ago for my grandpa's 90th birthday. He literally packed a backpack. And it was like for 4 days, a backpack. I was like, oh.
Just a guy being a dude.
Yeah, he's like, well, what do I need? I have one pair of shoes. Like, it was crazy.
Well, we are minimalists.
Could not be me.
We men are minimalists.
I think he just doesn't like to have to deal with the suitcase. He's like, whatever. Do without if it doesn't fit in his backpack.
Let's take the makeup, all the
That's the other thing, too. You gotta take a curling iron,
Listen,
all my makeup.
How many days am I gonna be there?
Take a blow dryer.
If I'm there 4 days, I will have 5 pairs of underwear. I will have 4 pairs of shorts. I will have 4 shirts. That's it. And that can all fit in a little bag.
But what if you decide you don't want to wear that combination of shirt and shorts? And you're like,
man,
I really wish I had the other one. That's when you pack the other one, just so you have it in case you need it.
Then I'll need to go to the souvenir shop. Buy myself a Suvi.
I've gotten
$85 shirt.
Yeah. I've gotten better about packing. I did do my 2 weeks in Europe with nothing but a carry-on. I did have a backpack as well, so that was pretty impressive. I didn't need to check a bag or anything. So I've gotten better. Thank you very much. I've gotten better about it, but... And if I go somewhere, like, I know they're going to have a hairdryer and everything, but, like, there's just things that I refuse. Like, I need to have at least 3 spare outfits.
You need?
Because I don't know.
Do you need or do you want?
I'm sorry. Are you going to want to have to deal with me if I all of a sudden feel fat in one of my outfits and have no other option?
We will point.
No.
We will point. We will laugh. We will say you are not fat.
You are not going to want to deal with that.
And then we will order another round of beer and another round of cheese sticks. All right. That's final. All right. We got a great show.
That helps.
We got a great show for you today, guys, and I'm really glad that I stayed home this weekend.
Yeah.
It was great. Still trying to watch Final Destination, though. We'll see if I can do that tonight.
Why?
Just really want to see it.
The new one?
Yeah. It's on HBO. Okay. Got a great show for you guys. Thanks for listening to us banter there for a little bit about being lazy. Let's just check out what we got in the show. Here we go. We're just 61 days away, believe it or not, from the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, and now we're learning more about what you can expect at this year's event, including some new pilots and some new balloons. New pilots, new balloons, new vibes. Hallelujah. First up is Hugaberia. That's flown by Flip Audenart from Belgium. Then next up we have the Kosher Gallop. That's flown by Peter Procopio. He's from Gallup, New Mexico, of course.
Amazing.
Oklahoma's Bill Kinzer. He's going to be flying Milky Way. Look at that. Interesting. Then we have Lee Hooper from the United Kingdom. He'll be flying a brand new balloon called Universal Supreme Leader. Whoa.
I like that.
How is that not from Roswell?
That is such a cool balloon.
Yeah,
I saw a picture of that on social media yesterday.
That's just Roswell, man. That's so Roswell. We have a full list of other balloons and their pilots on our website. Go over there and check that out. It's krqe.com.
I do
looking forward to Balloon Fiesta.
I love this time of year where we get to kind of get an inside look at what the new special shapes are going to be, or maybe ones that were fan favorites that haven't been here for a while that are going to be returning. So I always like the weeks leading up to it because it just builds that anticipation.
What's your favorite one?
His name is Mr. Fish. He's from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I call him Francois the Fancy Fish. That's not his real name, but that's what I want to call him. He's got the top hat and the monocle and the cane, and he is my favorite, and he has not been here, I think, since 2019 when he crashed. So probably like not a great memory for those who fly Francois the Fancy Fish. But I would love to see him come back. Also, if I may, why is there no Minion balloon? They're already hot air balloon shaped.
Why is there no Minion balloon? Why is there no Bryan Cranston floating head balloon? I want that.
That makes sense.
Floating head with sunglasses and top hat. Come on.
Yeah.
How is that not a thing? Also, what was my favorite balloon from last year?
You liked
Come on, he has risen.
Yeah, the one that had the picture of Jesus on it. Logan kept running around Balloon Fiesta Park just pointing the balloon out, going, he has risen!
Hey, our Lord and Savior has risen. They're all, what? I said, look off to the north. And they're like, what? Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Jesus.
So always fun to see the new shapes and everything that are coming to Balloon Fiesta. And the thing that you talked with Ray Sandoval with Zozobra last week, about how they're always trying to make Zozobra a little different so it doesn't feel just like a bucket list checked item. If you've done it once, you've done it 1,000 times. And I think this very much speaks true to Balloon Fiesta as well, right? Like the concept is the same. Hundreds and hundreds of balloons from around the world are coming to Albuquerque and they ascend into the sky, but it's different every year. And
are they going to roll out the women-only porta potties like they're doing at Zozobra?
I hope so.
Boy.
We'll be out there on the weekends, both weekends. You can catch Logan and I broadcasting. So.
You can catch us out there, and beware of those porta potties, though, because people are going in them, and it's dark at times.
Yeah, if you're there at 4 in the morning, you have to go to the bathroom, like, it's dark. Was a little stressful.
It does look chaotic sometimes, but they get the job done. Yeah, Balloon Fiesta is going to be great. Like you said, we're going to be out there both weekends. Come say hi. Come say what's up. Maybe come on our show if you got an interesting story. I don't know.
Bring a Minion balloon.
And someone bring a Minion. I think we should talk to Troy Bradley about that.
Yeah, Troy, what the heck? I have brought it up to him many times.
Oh, boy, Troy.
I've brought it up to him many times.
We'll have a serious conversation.
Sit down.
And if he does not take us seriously, we will hold him down until he does.
Okay. All right, guys, a group of athletes from right here in New Mexico are now heading across the pond to display their talents on an international stage. So this video right here, these 5 students from Pecos High School, Angel, Ermelinda, Angelica, Emily, and Jayla, they've been selected as Spirit of America All-American Cheerleaders. Now that honor is considered to be the most prestigious individual recognition in the sport. Now the girls are training and preparing to perform in the New Year's Day parade in Rome, Italy. That is obviously coming up in January. With the trip just a few months away, the team is looking to raise $25,000 to cover travel expenses and new uniforms. If you'd like to donate, you can find more information on our website, always on krqe.com. A big congratulations to them. That's really exciting.
From the Duke City all the way to Rome.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
To display what they, love to do.
Do got to say this, too. Cheerleading, it's a sport, okay?
There's a lot of athleticism that goes into cheerleading, and especially, because I think people just think, oh, they just like wave the pom-pom. They're doing backflips and back tucks, and there's the flyers that are doing all those crazy flips in the air, and I mean, there's a lot of athleticism in that. Yeah.
If you're someone who sits on the couch and says cheerleading is not a sport,
I'd like to see you try.
You do a standing back tuck.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you cannot, then you must change your opinion.
And it's crazy because they will just jump and flip. Like, they don't need a running start. They're not trying to, like, build any momentum. They just kind of whoop, like it's no big deal.
Yeah, things that I could literally never do.
I literally contemplated doing a cartwheel on the golf course the other day. And then I was like, no, could probably break an arm.
She said, should I do it? And I said, yeah. And then she said no. And then I tried to convince her, and then she didn't do it. It was
very anticlimactic.
She does cheer for her fiance, though.
Well, yeah, I have to encourage him.
Well, that's a story for another day.
I was like, I'm not going to do that either.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, very cool.
Wow.
Hopefully they're able to raise those funds and go over there and have the experience of a lifetime.
Go to krqe.com. We'll have a link to help out over there.
All right, everybody. If you're looking for something to do, here's some local events happening around New Mexico. The Isotopes are staying at home this week for another homestand. This week, they're taking on the Round Rock Express. If you want to check them out, they're playing on Tuesday, August 5th. First pitch is at 6:35 p.m. You can get tickets online or at the box office.
Great stuff. Or if you're looking to rock I wanna rock. Boom. You should head on over to the Isleta Amphitheater on Tuesday. That's because the Counting Crows, that's right, they're gonna be performing as part of the Complete Suites tour. Also performing with them will be the Gaslight Anthem. Never heard of them.
Gaslight Anthem.
Kind of cool name. If you want to check them out, the concert's going to begin at 7:30 p.m. You can get tickets online. Or if you're watching the show on Monday, 3 o'clock, you could go out to Isleta and watch Creed.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Yes, I'm going to see Creed today with Mammoth WVH.
Can you? That's all I'm going to say. Can you take? That's all I'm going to say.
I literally told Ryan,
copyright.
I was like, I just need to hear that song live. I am not a massive Creed fan. I know 2 Creed songs, but like, I need to hear that song live.
That's
I
all you can
need
say.
that moment for my life scrapbook.
Yeah.
So hopefully it
You're
doesn't
gonna get it
disappoint.
tonight.
Yes, I'm very excited.
And you're going to see Eddie Van Halen's son shredding the gnar.
He's incredible. He just released a new song, The End, I believe is what it's called. And yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal. And for anyone out there that like trolls him that says he's only like good because of his dad, it's like, no, he still has to play the guitar. He still has to do it himself.
He's still better than you, I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
so he's
much
incredible.
right now.
And then it's just very funny that like, it's not funny, but like Daughtry, like I remember him so much from American Idol,
Yeah.
right? Like forever and ever ago.
Wow.
My mom loved him.
Really?
She called and like voted for him. Like
Was
loved
he the same
Daughtry.
season as our friend
Sanjaya
Sanjaya
Malakar?
Malakar?
Unsure. We have to check. But anyway, my mom loved him, and so she never saw him in concert. I've never seen him in concert, but I feel kind of like hats off to mom for this one, like getting to see him.
Not gonna lie, I think I had a hand in getting Sanjaya Malakar to the top 5. We were on vacation in Mexico, and I was voting for Sanjaya.
Look.
Cost my parents $32.78 in roaming fees.
Really quick before we had to break, just on this American Idol moment, Logan was such an avid American Idol watcher and fan that he one time sped home so quickly from football practice at the American Idol finale when it was Adam Lambert and Chris Allen. And he was like, I absolutely must see this. I am so excited. My mother is cooking chicken quesadillas. Flies out of his car, goes inside, watches the finale, has his quesadilla, goes to bed, wakes up the next day, goes out to his car, the door is open, the car is out of gas.
Who started my car?
Who started my car, but who did it so early that there's now no more gas? Oh no, Logan was so thrilled to watch the finale of American Idol that he forgot to shut off his car and he went to bed and the car just idled in the driveway the entire evening until it ran out of gas. Have you ever been that big of a fan of anything, let alone the American Idol finale?
Adam Lambert was robbed.
He was robbed, 100% agree, 100%. Okay, anyway, that little tidbit. Up next, taking your patio deck or backyard space to new heights, Rubberstone is doing just that for their clients. And the products they use, their next level.
You exposed me.
It was funny.
But it absolutely is very cool here. And we're breaking down what they do, what it is, how it works. What makes the application process super seamless as well, quick and efficient? Rubberstone, amazing. Rubberstone, it's wild
just
stuff.
some incredible stuff to just enhance your space. We're hearing from them next.
Goodwill of New Mexico is the proud coffee mug sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Revitalize your outdoor space. When it comes to patios, decks, and driveways, Stressless Remodeling has you covered. They utilize the products Rubberstone and Rubberstone, products that will take your space to a whole new level, which is something we all want. We are joined by Stressless Remodeling spokesperson PJ Gerard, talking all about the products they offer and what makes the products so unique. PJ, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, 2 products I want to talk about in particular here. Good for patios, driveways, decks. It's Rubberstone and Rubberstone.
Yes.
Talk to me about what this product is and how it works.
Yes. So Rubberstone is a rubber material. Goes right on top of your existing surface. And then we have the Rubberstone, which is a Spanish quartz, and again, goes right on top of that existing surface, just hand trialed on.
Okay, so there's no crazy demolition that's going on here.
No.
Then. It covers the existing patio, deck, driveway.
Yes, just how it is.
Interesting. Interesting. Rubberstone, let's talk about Rubberstone really quickly because there's a difference. You said one is quartz, correct?
One is Spanish quartz, yes.
Spanish quartz. Rubberstone, we've done stuff with Rubberstone in the past. Really interesting product here. Can you talk to me about the variety you have with Rubberstone? There's a lot of different colors and things you can do with Rubberstone. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so Rubberstone can go on pretty much any hard existing surface outside, patios, pool decks, driveways, walkways, and it comes in a wide range of colors, super customizable. You can even do logos. You can get pieces, those turtles that we featured. The owners had that, and then we just stuck it inside the Rubberstone. So you can really make it whatever you want to.
You can absolutely customize the Rubberstone surface to what's going to fit your needs, color, all of it. Is the Rubberstone, is that customizable as well?
Not as much customizable. We can mix colors for you, and then we do have set colors, but not able to do like logos or anything like that.
Okay.
But
Let's talk about now the safety features that come with these products,
Yes.
because there are safety features with this that are fantastic for kids, adults, older people, everyone. Talk to us about it.
So Rubberstone is going to be the one that has the main features in it. That rubber material allows it to be cooler to the touch, so great in the summer when you're walking on that pool deck and it is hot. And then we also have slip resistant. So if there's water, you spill something, less likely to slip and fall. And if you do that, rubber has a little bit of cushion for that fall.
Which is so important, guys, for all of us, especially those out there who have parents. I got a 15-month-old at home. He's falling all the time.
Yes.
So when he falls on hard surfaces, I have a little mini heart palpitation. I'm like, ah! Won't happen with Rubberstone. If it does, it's not going to hurt them exponentially bad at all. It's amazing stuff. Let's talk about the durability now of these products.
So both of the products are mixed with a polyurethane binder. So it allows for them to be really strong, but it also allows for those shifts and movements that are happening naturally in the earth. And so it won't crack, it won't chip over time. It's going to stay durable no matter what's happening to that surface underneath.
Going to withstand all that crazy New Mexico weather. We got the heat, we got the wind, the rain. All of it comes often in the same day. This will hold up to that, which is impressive stuff. We talked about the installation earlier. Let's talk a little bit about it again, how the installation process, it's pretty seamless here.
Yeah, super simple. So we're just going to go right over that existing surface you already have. Even if it's cracked, chipping, failing, we're not going to have to demo out that entire surface. We're going to be able to just go right on top of it.
Which is super efficient, especially when it comes to getting the job done in a timely manner, too. Talk to us about that.
1 to 2 day install, just depending on the size of your project. And then it does take some time to cure. Just make sure it dries. It's about 24 to 48 hours before you're able to walk on it. So you're not away from that area for less than a week.
There's nothing worse whenever you're doing some construction at your house and then you gotta get out of the house for a week. 2 weeks, 3 weeks can feel endless. That is not the case here with Rubberstone. 1 to 2 day installation is going to be quick, it's going to be efficient, and it's going to get the job done. And like we said, you can customize the Rubberstone options as well. Rubberstone as well, is it 1 to 2 as well?
Yeah, 1 to 2.
Wow,
yeah, both products.
Absolutely fantastic product they have here, guys. It's going to make a huge difference in your space. If somebody is watching now, they want to utilize Rubberstone or Rubberstone, where can we go online for that?
You can either go to stresslessremodels.com or you can give us a call and you can set up a free estimate.
There we go. Stressless Remodeling is in the name, and rightly so, because they're allowing you to stress less when it comes to projects like this. PJ, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate you being here. All right, guys, for more information on this entire interview, head on over to krqe.com. Click on that New Mexico Living tab. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Garcia Subaru is the proud pet pick sponsor for New Mexico Living.
Time for the Garcia Subaru Pet Picks.
Yeah, let's meet our pet of the day. Everyone say hello to Turbo.
Oh, wait a
Turbo
minute.
belongs to Mackenzie Salazar.
I've seen Turbo before.
Is he getting his other 15 minutes?
I think we've ran this one before, but he's so cute that he's getting more airtime. Another 15 minutes of fame for him. Yeah, she says that Turbo loves to run through the water hose when her grandma is watering. I remember this.
That's
Turbo
so cute.
Loves getting watered like
He must
grass.
be a summer season pup then. Loves to run through the sprinkler. Mackenzie says that Turbo is definitely a part of the family, that he is very special and very spoiled.
Well, duh.
Obviously.
Look how cool he is. No pun intended there.
There you go.
Okay. If you would like for us to feature your pet like Turbo, it's simple. Head over to krqe.com. Click on that New Mexico Living tab. Then click on the Send Us Your Pet Pics tab. Tell us all about your pet and submit a photo.
He was cute.
Was very cute. Now it's time for our New Mexico United fan pick of the day.
Yes, today we are highlighting Gabriel Martinez.
Gabriel, also very cute, says this picture was taken at his first New Mexico United game. She's in.
Always going to remember the first time you went to like that professional sporting event, right? So, yeah. So going to this game was actually his 13th birthday gift, which is an amazing present. Looks like he had all the merch to cheer on the team properly.
Is that a bandana we're working with?
It looks like a flag, maybe like one of the fan flags that they have.
He's all blocking those UV rays. He's all, I will not be blinded while this photo is taken, and I will smile from ear to ear.
I hope he had a wonderful birthday.
Gabriel Martinez, one of the United's biggest fans right there. Thank you for that submission. Guys, if you would like for us to feature your New Mexico United fan pick, it's simple. Head over to krqe.com. Click on that New Mexico Living tab. Then click on the Send Us Your New Mexico United fan picks tab. A lot of tabs. It's fine.
So many tabs.
Tell us about your picture and then hit submit.
All right, everybody, just ahead, offering you an elevated experience. The Santa Fe Opera and the Rail Runner are known entities here in New Mexico, and now they have partnered together to offer you a unique experience.
Yeah, that's right. And Monica and I actually got to experience that partnership firsthand when we took the Rail Runner up to the Santa Fe Opera. It was amazing. I'd never been on the Rail Runner before. Actually, I had never been to the Santa Fe Opera. I hadn't either.
Yeah, very cool.
What a cool partnership, guys. Stick around to find out more about it.
Albuquerque Florist is the proud set flowers sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, what do you get when an Albuquerque fixture teams up with a Santa Fe fixture?
Well, I can tell you, you get one awesome experience, to say the least. It's a partnership with the Rail Runner and the Santa Fe Opera that's giving people the opportunity to ride the Rail Runner from Albuquerque up to Santa Fe to enjoy a night at the opera.
Yeah, it truly is a one-of-a-kind experience that's full of sights, sounds, and the beauty that our state has to offer.
Yeah, we experienced this partnership firsthand to see what makes it so magical. Take a look.
Offering beautiful scenery, convenience, modern travel, and then the Santa Fe Opera. It's the premier opera house in North America. People have no idea that we have such a gem with this opera house here.
This new partnership was born out of a desire to not only highlight the beauty of our state, which you'll experience on the train ride up to Santa Fe, but offer you a full evening of things to look forward to from start to finish.
Especially if you've driven to Santa Fe all this time, you know, you're focused on the road, on I-25 going north, you're not looking around at how beautiful New Mexico's scenery is. It's really a nice experience to let somebody else do the driving and experience what the Rail Runner has to offer. And then of course it drops you off at the beautiful Santa Fe Depot, which is very historic. People can grab a bite to eat there. They can do a little shopping before the shuttle comes to take them to the opera. So then they go to the opera. After the opera's over, they board the shuttle to come back to the depot. We're holding a train late for those opera nights so that we can bring those people back, and then they get to ride all the way back and just, hopefully have great memories of the opera and the train experience as well.
The best part? It's an easy partnership to take advantage of.
So you'll have to purchase your opera ticket separately at Santa Fe Opera's website, but for the transportation piece of it, you've got to buy the transportation package, which is $25. Very reasonable. That includes the pass for both train trips and your shuttle. When you get to the Santa Fe Depot, you just go to riometro.org and you'll find everything you need to know about getting your ticket on the train round trip to the opera and back.
So get your tickets, buy your outfit, and settle in, because the partnership between the Santa Fe Opera and the Rail Runner is here to make your night one to remember.
Taking the train and building up that excitement about attending the opera, it's really a very cool thing to do. And so this partnership just made so much sense to be able to combine the two wonderful treasures that we have here in New Mexico.
All right, guys, if this sounds like something that you would like to enjoy, there are 3 remaining Saturdays in August where you can take advantage of this. They're August 9th, August 16th, and August 23rd, so you can look at that schedule at riometro.org.
Just an enhanced experience when you're going to the Santa Fe Opera, which is just a treasure right here in our state.
Well, like Augusta said, world-class venue.
Absolutely amazing. Guys, if you want to watch that story again, just head on over to krqe.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab. All right, stay with us. There's more New Mexico Living on the other side of the break.
Slim Chickens is the proud kitchen sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, it is time to take a look at what is trending. So Marvel's 4 superheroes keep their spot atop the box office despite a rapid decline in ticket sales. So Marvel Entertainment's latest superhero movie, Fantastic Four: First Steps, remains #1 at the domestic box office for the second straight week. The film racked in $40 million from 4,125 North American theaters, down from its $117 million opening weekend debut, and is a 66% drop. Meanwhile, the comedy Bad Guys 2 plays second, with The Naked Gun legacy sequel starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson coming in third.
Oh, that's how Liam and Pamela started dating.
So I brought this up to okay, look, everyone should absolutely find their happiness, but I just find this coupling to be slightly strange. I can't wrap my mind around him. Because Liam Neeson could not be more of the antithesis of Tommy Lee or Kid Rock or anyone else that she's like been linked to in the past. And so I'm just like, really, Liam?
I don't think Pam Anderson wants to be linked to her past. So she's
just
probably
saying.
Turning a new leaf.
If it wasn't for her past, though, I mean, she wouldn't be Pam Anderson.
I did love her whenever I was
So
11.
Ryan and I did see the Naked Gun movie. It was cute. If you like those movies and you're into that kind of like slapstick, you know, humor or whatever, it was cute. I've never seen any of the Fantastic Four or like any of those. I'm very like, I've seen maybe a couple of the Avengers, and that was really just to look at Chris Hemsworth.
We had a major lull with these superhero movies, and I think that the Superman movie that's out right now, so true to the comic, right?
Okay.
I'm getting that vibe from this Fantastic Four movie as well. Feels like it's like true to the
because you
comic.
like the Marvel Universe movies,
Yes, I absolutely did. I wasn't like I need to watch them,
Sure.
but I did enjoy watching those films, and they did have a major lull. What was that one with Dakota Johnson? What was that one?
Is that Supergirl?
Madam Web. That was an all-time low. That was an all-time low for the Marvel franchise. It was.
What made it bad?
It was horrible. It was that movie was so bad down to the editing. Like there was like weird shots where it's like she's doing one thing and then they cut and she has like things out of her hand and her hair looks different and she's like in another position. It's like, how did that happen?
Was it low budget?
It wasn't low budget, but it was just not properly executed. Storyline was terrible. So I love seeing superhero movies kind of make a comeback. Superman movie, obviously it's not Marvel, it's DC, but like it's doing really well.
Yeah.
This Fantastic Four looks really interesting, and I think they're going back towards more like the old comic books. Let's make them like the comics were back in the 40s and 50s or whatever these comics came out. I do want to go see The Long Walk, though. It hasn't come out yet,
That does
obviously.
look good.
I'm just like,
that's based off a Stephen King novel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one does look good.
Got my eyes on The Long Walk.
I want to see Weapons, the one with
Matthew McConaughey.
and
Shot
Julia
here.
Garner.
Shot here.
No, that's the
Lost Bus.
Yeah, no, Weapons. I think her name's Julia Garner.
Weapons was not Shot here.
And she's a teacher, and her whole class disappears.
That's okay. Yes.
Yes, I want to see that one. That one looks good too. All right.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot to look forward to.
Moving
including
on.
this. You may read it.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay.
A classic old Hollywood flick is back in theaters 75 years later.
Crazy.
What? The Oscar-winning classic Sunset Boulevard has been restored in 4K, believe it or not, and re-released in theaters for its 75th anniversary. I guarantee if you spoke to the director and actors of this, you'd say, and told them, hey, we're going to be re-releasing this movie in 2025 in 4K. They'd be like, well, what are you talking about, brother? Yeah, this movie was originally released in 1950. The film was directed by Billy Wilder. It offers a biting take on fame, Hollywood, and the price of the spotlight. Gloria Swanson stars as a silent film star who refuses to fade from stardom. Sunset Boulevard is showing today only in theaters across Albuquerque.
Oh, wow.
So if you're an old movie junkie fanatic of this genre, get on out and enjoy this thing in 4K. That's going to be a one-of-a-kind experience.
Yeah, if you are a cinephile and you love, just movies from any genre, any decade, get out and see this in kind of an enhanced way.
Is this a silent film?
So
Why does it look like she's talking?
Well, I think she portrays a silent film actress in the movie, but she's talking.
There was a dead body in the pool.
It looks interesting. Like, I love kind of those older shot movies. There's just like an elegance to the black and white film.
Yeah, I was a big Gene Wilder. Wilder. That's the old actor that I'm
Him
into.
And the guy from It's a Wonderful Life. Why can't I think of his name? Oh my goodness, it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna think of it in the commercial break.
Okay.
But yeah, should be good. If you love, older films, go check this out.
Get on out
across
there.
Albuquerque. All right, tens of thousands gathered at Golden Gate Park in San Francisco over the weekend, celebrating 60 years of the Grateful Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Deadheads came from all over the world for a 3-day concert series hosted by Dead & Company to celebrate the band's big anniversary. The fans have been notorious for following the band around the globe for the past 6 decades, attending as many shows as possible. It's a tradition that has yet to fade away. Now, pricing for the past weekend's passes started at a whopping $635.
Holy!
But back in the group's prime, this was in the 60s, fans could pay just a few dollars to catch the band. So that just makes me think of my friend Rick. His first concert ever was the Beatles, the legitimate actual Beatles, and he paid $5 to see them. That's just what that makes me think of.
See, that's one of my favorite questions. Whenever I see stories like this, one of my favorite questions to ask people is, what was the first concert you ever went to? Go ahead and tell the viewers what yours was.
The Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers, where were you at?
I was 13 years old. We saw them at what was the Nokia Theater in Grand Prairie, Texas. It's now a different name.
Wow.
But that was my first.
And now they're back here next month. You're not going to that one with us, but
I'm
you're going to
not.
go see them in Texas.
So the full circle, my first concert ever with my friend Ashlyn, we were 13 years old. We saw the Jonas Brothers, and so now I'm coincidentally going to be back home in Dallas when they're playing in Dallas, so Ashlyn and I are going to go have a full circle moment.
Fun. Mine.
Yes.
Hawk Nelson.
That's right.
Glorietta, New Mexico.
Glorietta.
Glorietta.
Okay.
I was there for church camp.
Were you? Okay.
And they somehow
That's
inked
fun.
Hawk Nelson in. It was insane.
I like that.
It was insane. I didn't catch it.
Do you remember that experience of hearing live music
Yes.
for the first time, of like songs that you just love to blare on your radio?
It turned me into a drummer.
Incredible.
Yeah, I just started taking drum lessons, but I was like, saw Hawk Nelson. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to be the next Travis Barker. And then that was my trajectory in life for 3.5, 4 years.
I can just envision Logan just smacking the drums during worship, and they're like, sir, we need you to tone it down.
I really brought this like crazy pop punk vibe to Calvary Baptist Church, which did not hit with the elders in the community.
They did not appreciate the Travis Barker
They're
vibes.
a holy, holy. They're like,
He had a beat behind him too.
they're like, I'm a
They just
breaking
like
sticks.
slowly turn around and they're like, sir, this is not appropriate. As people are reading from the hymnal.
I should be on tour with Blink-182. If I didn't stop playing the drums as seriously as I did at Calvary Baptist. So sorry to the elders.
Now, the live music experience is fantastic. I'm not much of a Grateful Dead fan personally, but I do know they have quite a following, and so I love that decades and decades later, people will still go and support.
Really cool to see bands like that last just decades and decades and decades. Just true artists and just amazing dudes.
I really want you to read this quickly because I want to talk about it because I think it's absurd.
Okay, here we go. New survey data reveals how Gen Z picks their travel destinations. Gen Z. Yeah. Just kidding. I love you guys. The survey conducted by Full Frame Insurance found that about 3 in 5 participants said they plan vacation based on how dateable people look in the photos. Oh, so Gen Z's like, ooh, hot people, I want to go there. Intelligent. Aside from that, Gen Zers also consider how aesthetically pleasing the location may look in photos, because that's all that matters. Overall, 60% of Americans say they would choose a more expensive location if it looked impressive in photos. That's generational, folks. That is generational.
Stupid. Just like social, I mean, come on now. Just like social media where everybody only posts the highlight reel of their life, do you really think that some country or some beach destination isn't going to put their best foot forward in photos? They're going to have attractive people in them. They're going to be like, hey, this could be you. Like, what? I just think that's stupid.
I like to hang out where ugly people are and murky photo ops.
Murky, blurry photo ops.
Interesting stuff right there. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back. I just think
The County Line is the proud loft sponsor for New Mexico Living.
All right, back to speaking of legends on the stage. The Doobie Brothers are hitting the road, launching their North American tour today in Detroit.
very exciting. They're celebrating their 55-year anniversary, a new album, and a rare reunion with all 4 core members. We love that. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the story.
The Doobie Brothers are back with new music. Walk This Road is the first ever studio album with Tom Johnston, Patrick Simmons, John McPhee, and Michael McDonald behind the mic. It's also the first time in 40 years McDonald has been part of a studio release with the group.
We really started out to just do an EP and to kind of promote the next touring months, but it turned into an album pretty quickly, you know, once we started writing and getting our pistons all firing in that direction. It was fun, I think, for all of us to get back into that feeling of collaboration and doing the tracks together.
They wanted this album to reflect every chapter of their career.
This is the first album we've really made a point of having all ears of the band on the same album. What you hear is everybody's individual styles come through. And then the coloration of it, you know, the background vocals, instrumentation, all that kind of stuff, everybody joined in.
The tunes dropped the same month. Johnston, McDonald, and Simmons were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
It's kind of overwhelming, to be honest with you. And it was a fun event. I really enjoyed being there and watching all that. I think we all had a good time. But just the thought of being in there is pretty amazing.
Celebrating 55 years together, they say it's their fans who've kept them going.
They respond so loudly and positively at the shows. And that's one of the reasons we get up on the stage and play a song for the 40 millionth time. It becomes a new song because they're what makes it happen.
We're gonna do it just one more time.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
I like what he said there, that it's like a new song because they're the ones that, you know, make it that new experience.
Just incredible
Very
stuff.
Cool.
I'm blown away by bands like this that can last decade after decade after decade. They've been together for 55 years. The entire original band is still there.
That's
if
cool.
you would have talked to those guys the day the band formed and been like, what are your goals? Not even in their wildest dreams could they have said, we want to play for almost 60 years together.
Yeah.
Together, all of us.
It's one thing, too, to play for 60 years. It's another to have a successful 60 years, right? Like, they're still selling out shows. They're still relevant. Fans still know every lyric to every song.
Yeah.
And they want to be there. And there are certain acts like this that it's like, if you want to see them multiple times. It's not like, oh, I've seen them once, doesn't matter. It's like, no, I want to see them 6, 7, 12 times because each time is a really fun, memorable experience. They're a little bit different. They're, you know, a new memory to take away. So I think this is really exciting and it's cool and it's just a testament to the power of music.
Bands don't come around like this often.
Yeah.
They really don't. So congrats to them and the coolest name of all time. The Doobie Brothers.
I'll have to look to see if they're coming to the album.
Golly,
all right,
great
guys.
stuff.
Yeah, we'll be right back. All right, if you missed anything or you want to see more of today's show,
super easy, guys. Head over to krqe.com, click on that New Mexico Living tab. That's where you can look at our catalog of pet pics, interviews, links for our guest appearances, local events calendar, so much more. If you're sitting at the dinner table tonight, I want you to ask the people you're having dinner with what their first concert was, who the band was, where it was, and what the experience was like. That's something you got to have
a
off
good
the top of your head.
conversation. Yeah, you'll have a good conversation.
Jonas Brothers, Hawk Nelson, have a great day.
We'll see y'all later.